What's up, everybody? Jason from Jason's Exotic Reptiles. I'm back again. It's been a long time since I've done a video, so here's one coming at you. I just did a reptile show the other day, Massachusetts Reptile Expo. It was a fantastic show, met a lot of cool people, some new customers, some existing customers, some friends, and all kinds of good people. So it was a great time, and I thought it was a good video topic at this moment to do just kind of a basic reptile show etiquette from the buyer's point of view. And kind of what the sellers are going through in the process of setting up for a show, what we're all there for. And I thought it would be a good video topic because I saw a lot of things and I'm saying, no, you shouldn't do that. So I'll first start off by saying, if you're one of the people who've done these things or you did some of these things yesterday, don't feel bad. This is something that you don't really notice until you start becoming a vendor, or you've been around for a long time and you start getting more experience in what to do and what not to do. So don't feel bad if you are one of the people who've done this. Hopefully when you've watched these videos, you won't do them again in the future. So I don't want to miss things. So this is the first video I've ever done with a list. We're going to start off by what the purpose of a reptile show is. Purpose is to buy and sell reptiles. So I guess there's a couple things. It's to buy and sell reptiles, to meet and interact with other keepers and breeders, different like-minded people like yourself, to learn from others, to teach others, and see some cool stuff. I mean, that's what shows are for. It's okay, you don't always have to go to a show to buy. Everybody who comes up to my table, I don't expect them to buy things. It's nice just to see people and talk with them and catch up, especially if I've seen you guys multiple times or if we're friends or we interact anyway. So that's kind of the general purpose of a reptile show. I'm going to go into the do's and don'ts now. So these are in no specific order. They are definitely, take them lightly, because there's do's and don'ts, and these aren't necessarily like if you've done this in the past or if you're going to do this again, it's not really always a bad thing, but it's just something to be aware of. So number one I'm going to start with is be aware of your surroundings. It's awesome if you come and you want to stay at my table and talk to me for a while, but if you're standing there talking and there's a whole bunch of people that are going around you and around my table because you're standing right dead center of my table, nobody can see my stuff, nobody can talk to me. So just kind of be aware. If you see somebody to your right or to your left and they're trying to see things and you're just there to talk with me or other vendors, just kind of move around. Let them see what's going on. If you see they look like they have a question, pause our conversation so I can help them. Because ultimately, I'm there to speak with you guys, but I'm also there to sell reptiles. And if I spend 2 hours talking to you, that's 2 hours I can't talk to people who are potentially coming to buy things from me. This is also real important if you come with large groups. I know a lot of people go to these shows together, which is super cool, but sometimes I'm talking to you, you have 10 other people standing around you and nobody can see my table or the vendors' tables next to me. So it's important to just be aware of your surroundings. If you have a bunch of little kids, same thing. Just kind of keep them so they're not running in and under my table, touching my table, scratching the labels off my stuff. That's something that kind of bugs me a little bit. I love when the little kids are interacting and they want to see things, but I don't like it when there's a snake and they're over there tapping on my displays and they're just getting the snakes cranky. I don't find that cute. These snakes are going through enough stress on their own. So I don't think it's cool when, there's little kids or even older adults who are saying, oh, look at this snake biting. Look at him. Look at how funny that is. I don't think that's funny. I already don't like bringing the snakes to the show because it's so stressful for them. So just be aware of your surroundings. And number two that I'm going to go through, this one's a big one, is don't put your stuff on my table or on the tables next to me. So if you just bought something from somebody, and even if you're looking at my animals, don't put it on my display cases and don't put it on the vendors' tables next to us. Put it on the floor, have your friend hold it. Ask me if you really have to, hey, can you put this behind your table? I don't really want to do that, but mainly because it's going to block the view of animals I have. It might wipe my labels off. And the big reason is I don't know what's in that. I don't know where that thing has been. I don't know where that animal that you just purchased came from. It could have a disease, could have parasites, and now everything in my case now has parasites or potential to have parasites and that same disease. So be respectful that if it's not my animal, it was never part of my collection. Treat it as if it was quarantined in your own home. I would never take my snake and put it right into your snake rack, or take your snake and put it right in my snake rack without some quarantine period. So be respectful in that sense of the vendors' tables around us, on mine, and things like that. Number 3 is also a big one for me, is don't ask to hold an animal unless you're looking to purchase it. So there's plenty of vendors who are there just for educational purposes. I think it's awesome if you have little kids and things like that who want to handle animals. That's super cool, and I encourage it. But there are people at the show who are there specifically for that. They're there so you can hold animals and you can get that experience. As a vendor, as a seller, I'm there to sell my animals. And if you want to see something because you're looking to purchase it, I'm more than happy to take it out, let you hold it, let you interact. And if you don't want it, no problem. We'll put it right back. But if you're just looking to hold an animal just because you want to hold it, usually people go for the most expensive thing in the case too. I don't want to let you hold a $3,000 snake because your 5-year-old son wants to hold that $3,000 snake because it's $3,000. If it bites him, he could pull back and it rips all the teeth out. So and then for the same thing as putting stuff on my table, I don't know what you've held before you've come to my table. So yes, everybody uses little bottles of hand sanitizer. So they do this, they rub their hands together, and then what's the first thing the snake does? It crawls up your arm, you put it around your neck. How many other snakes have crawled up your arm and have been on your neck before you even come to the show? Or I should say before you've gone to my table, or if you've gone to a pet store before the show. Maybe you just held some stuff in a pet store and now you're coming to my table. So I can't sanitize you. So be respectful that I'm here to sell animals. There is a potential for parasites and transfer of disease just through contacting and handling these animals. So treat them as if they were your own, and don't ask to hold something unless you're really interested in purchasing things. Again, there's people there, educational people. They usually have big snakes, some really cool lizards and stuff for you to handle, for your kids to handle. So I'd like to just throw that out there. Another one is don't lowball or start referencing prices with other vendors or online. I'm all game for negotiation. If you see an animal and we're a little bit off, shoot me an offer. If you think my price is fair, then go for it. Tell me I like that animal and I want to purchase it. But if you're saying, oh, you're at 500 and I'm at 450, would you go down to 450? Some of my animals, yeah, maybe I'll do it. Other animals, I have them priced as low as I want them to go. So it never hurts to offer. If you come to me and say, hey, that $500 snake, I saw it on Morph Market for $200. We'll go buy it at Morph Market on $200. I mean, I'm not going to drop my price 60% or whatever that percentage is to get down to that price. Chances are it's not the same snake. It's not of good a quality. Or maybe it's just an incredible deal and somebody's looking to get rid of their stuff because they want to get out of the hobby. And that's great to you. But I price my stuff accordingly. Most of the vendors at the shows price their stuff accordingly. So be respectful and don't completely lowball. Again, I encourage, if we're a little bit off, don't hesitate to say, hey, I'd like to get it for this price. Can we get there? And the worst thing I can say is, no, that's as low as I can go. I appreciate the offer. And you don't purchase it, but maybe you find something else at the show that you see, or maybe you see something else on my table that you like. So we can go from there. And then, again, another one that really bothers me is when you say, hey, the guy next to you has it for $5 cheaper, and the guy next to me has an animal that looks half dead or is wild caught or isn't even the same thing. So if you're going to make offers and you're going to compare and contrast, make sure we're comparing the same thing. Treat this like Walmart. You can't go and say, hey, this place online has a 20-inch TV and I want your 50-inch TV for the same price. It doesn't work that way. And then the last one I'm going to go into that is kind of my after-show pet peeve, and sometimes this happens during the show, is don't ask me or shoot me a message 2 weeks after a show and say, hey, I got this snake from somebody at the reptile show. It was a great deal, but it's sick now and I can't get it to eat, and what should I do? Or ask me 2 weeks after a show, hey, can you identify this thing I just bought at the show from somebody else? I'm really willing to help. I have no problem helping, but I can't not assess somebody else's animals. I can't fix a problem. I can't tell you what's wrong. I don't know the history on this animal. So I'm happy to try to help, but the person you should be contacting is the seller you bought it from. And if that seller isn't around, or they were just somebody that was at the show that had a good deal, that's something that, again, I'm willing to help, but that's a risk that you took on by purchasing that animal from that seller. If you purchase it from me, I know the history of everything I have. If something's not eating, there's probably a reason for it. Whether there's a small tweak you need to make in your enclosure, or maybe there's just a little temperature off, we can work through it. You purchase a snake from me and many other really good vendors. They're there the whole step of the way. They're going to help you, and they're going to fix your problems. But if you do no research on the vendor and you're just going off price, and sometimes that vendor has that unique animal that nobody else has, then you have to go for it. But most of the time, it's like, hey, you know that albino boa I was talking to you 2 weeks about from purchasing? I just purchased it from this guy, but I don't know who he is. I can't get a hold of him, and he's not returning my messages. Well, I don't want to say I'm a little sour because you didn't buy it from me, but I'm a little sour because you didn't buy it from me, and I don't know any history on this snake. So my answer usually is you should contact that person because they know what they're doing. The same way I would appreciate if you had a problem with one of my animals, you contact me first, because I don't want somebody else trying to fix a problem that you may have with my snake. I know these snakes. I know what could be wrong with them and why it might not be eating for you. So that's all stuff to consider as we go through. Again, if you're one of these people, don't feel like I'm pointing at you or I'm picking on you. Everybody does this. I've done this in the past. I've done all of these in the past. And these are things that made me more aware of myself as I'm going to these things. And people appreciate you a little bit more when they see you take your animals and they put them on the ground instead of on their table. When they see you, customers coming, and you move out of the way if you're just talking. We want to talk to you guys at shows. I want to talk to you guys at shows, but I also want to sell things. So with all that said, hopefully this video was helpful. I'm going to try to make a few more. I definitely have to get onto this YouTube stuff a little bit more, especially yesterday. Everybody was coming up saying they enjoy the videos. I really appreciate that, and I'll keep the videos coming. I need to get a little bit more regular with them, but they're going to be on their way. So appreciate you guys hanging on and continuing to follow and subscribe. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the little bell notification. If you bought something from me at the show the other day and you've been following me on YouTube, drop a comment of what you bought so I know who you are. You guys have these crazy YouTube names like Barbarian King. I don't know who that is. That could be John Jones or whoever your name is. So I appreciate you guys following. Thanks again, and we'll make another video soon.